Before beginning this keynote session, NAMI Texas would like to thank the following conference sponsors for their steadfast support. Humana Healthy Horizons, Neurocrine Biosciences, Methodist Healthcare Ministries of South Texas, Incorporated, Otsuka, Amerigroup, Takeda, Trace Grace Family Foundation, Praxis Precision Medicines. We are deeply appreciative of all of our conference sponsors. Please now enjoy this keynote session.
NAMI Texas, welcome. Welcome to NAMI Fall 2021. Time has been passing so swiftly and seemingly with such abandon. It's difficult to pinpoint where we are at any moment on our calendar of change. As much as we value forward thinking, we need to recognize that no matter what direction we're heading, a new reality can push us off this way or that, and we need to be ready. So welcome to now, which is always the accurate time to take another positive step together for mental health. Mental health for the full breadth of our constituencies. Mental health for all, which is aptly our popular NAMI Walks rallying call. I found myself intrigued by the word welcome. It's a great word. It looks fantastic on a welcome mat. It makes pretty much anyone feel good when they hear the word. But let's look further. Welcome comes from a place of confidence, a place of connection, a place of convening. We welcome people into our homes, into our communities, into our NAMI family. Welcome also comes from an attitude of confidence and readiness when you welcome someone. It can be when you have a meal ready for them. Maybe you've tidied up your home or office for them, like me and the production team did here for you. And aren't these backdrops incredible? Back here in the official NAMI office, every day they continue to inspire me. On the other side of that welcome, there are almost always good friends or family, old and new, important colleagues and people who have experience to share. To that point, we would like to welcome individuals with lived experience, family members and loved ones, caregivers, clinicians, researchers, partners, donors, and more. Welcome to NAMI Fall 2021. Mental health is a constant, as are new reasons to threaten it. And so is the passion we bring to bear to deal with it. It's been around for thousands of years. In ancient Greece, for example, when someone was experiencing mental illness, they blamed the gods and suggested they spend a night in a temple of the healing god, Asclepius. I don't need to go back that far. So many of the directions and successes that NAMI and our partners can be proud of had their origins 40 or more years ago and continue to this day. Let's talk about youth and young adults. They are particularly vulnerable and are experiencing increases in anxiety and depression like we have not seen before. That is why getting help early is one of our strategic goals for NAMI. Some people act as if the pandemic invented the crisis of mental health with these important members of our community. Far from it. Although COVID-19 presented new challenges and pressed upon us critical changes in our outlook and behavior, the warning signs were already flashing on the road to our current crisis. We've taken our social outlook to a whole new level. The best way to reach out to this community in distress is social media. That may not be news, but what is news is the exponential growth and the effectiveness of our outreach and the judgment-free community they are creating. There's a real vibrancy out there that's fresh and surprising, probably even to the youth and young adults themselves. We will be using new and more tools to reach and welcome them where they are. One of the ways we welcome this challenge was the expansion and enhancement we made to the helpline. The helpline creates the fastest, most direct connection there is between a plea for help and a reason for hope. We expanded hours to help meet the inexhaustible demand, reminding people that because we're in this together, they are not alone. We added web chat so that connecting with the helpline for information, resources, and support is possible in a variety of ways. If the need reaches a crisis level, people can connect with a trained crisis counselor by texting NAMI to 741-741. Today, our services are more relevant and important than ever. In the fight against anxiety and depression, we have witnessed an 85% increase in people reaching out for help since 2019, and it's still growing. We are also raising our voices as together we're ending the silence. Ending the Silence is the name of one of our signature youth and young adult programs. Many NAMI affiliate organizations took Ending the Silence online to address the pandemic. In addition, we have a youth council made up of young leaders from across the Alliance, and we are engaging them at an even deeper level as we intensify our commitment to youth and young adults. The NAMI Hearts and Minds program is an educational wellness initiative promoting the idea of wellness in both mind and body. Generally, wellness is an ongoing process of learning about and making choices toward a more successful life. For example, people who live with mental illness are often at higher risk for heart illness, and much of that risk is preventable. Knowledge is power. We are excited to relaunch this program with renewed resources later this fall. We are welcoming research in a big way. In fact, more than laying out the welcome mat, we are standing at the open door, making sure we don't miss a thing with a pair of binoculars and a microscope and a ticket to every corner on Earth where new information about mental illness can be found. Research serves all our strategic goals, but especially getting people help early and the best possible care. I want to tell you about the breathtaking knowledge we have added to what I like to call our NAMIpedia and emphasize AMP, the Accelerating Medicines Partnership. NAMI was founded by parents of adult children with schizophrenia more than 40 years ago, and we are now marking a watershed moment in our field. This partnership is a new opportunity for coordinated research on the root causes and progression of schizophrenia, a complex, long-term serious mental illness. NAMI is dedicated to this partnership, which represents the best of the public, private, and academic communities. We can all agree that we need better treatments for psychosis, and this partnership has the potential to fast-track progress in this area. Welcome, Accelerating Medicines Partnership, and thank you for welcoming us. Together, we will work toward the shared mission of discovering promising biological markers that can help identify those at risk of developing schizophrenia as early as possible, track the progression of symptoms and other outcomes, and to find targets for treatment development. More and more, we are seeing at NAMI that the most comprehensive research is done together, collaboratively. The depth and breadth of our partners is truly astounding and includes many of the country's leading academic institutions. It's not one person in one office hoping for a breakthrough. It's a wide-ranging commitment from stakeholders across every area of expertise to uncover answers and ask new questions. For research, it is our belief that a successful team needs for everyone, including people with lived experience and their loved ones, to have a seat at the table. We are confident that this spirit of togetherness will drive us forward. It already has. Right now, we commissioned a national mood disorder survey with Harris Insights and Analytics, one of the largest national polling organizations dealing with everything from treatment options, stigma, and naturally COVID-19. We will be utilizing and sharing insights this fall. The pandemic has brought this need along with so many others to the forefront. Let me continue to address our commitment to partnerships. As of this moment, NAMI has relationships with over 25% of the Fortune 100 companies, and this number is growing. It's no secret, companies are needing to address the mental health needs of their employees and customers. Our media partnerships go a long way towards achieving an amplification effect in all we do. They need us and we need them to forward our agenda of answers to keep our community strong and growing more empowered all the time. It is very important to welcome people where they are. I'd like to highlight the Viacom CBS MTV Entertainment Group Collaborative on storytelling in the creative industries and others. It's called the National Action Alliance for Suicide Prevention, and the coalition kicked off at the Mental Health Storytelling Summit, which we are proud to be a part of. The coalition believes that as storytellers, we have the opportunity to represent the continuum of mental health and empower people to help themselves and each other. How mental health is portrayed in film, television, and other popular media deeply impacts the public discourse about perceptions of people with mental illness. NAMI is proud to collaborate on this project so that the diverse experiences of people with mental health conditions are accurately represented, reducing stigma and discrimination. Across the NAMI Alliance, many of our NAMI organizations have strong partnerships with academic institutions in their local communities. At NAMI on the national level, we're expanding our partnerships with academic institutions, starting with Harvard and the T.H. Chan Harvard School of Public Health, where we are doing convenings to again focus on youth and young adults. Frontline professionals face many challenges in their day-to-day work life, from the pressure of making sure people get the help and the care they need, to working long shifts. Healthcare and public safety are stressful fields of work. When you encounter chronic stress, trauma, and the negative effects of shift work as a part of your daily work life, and added source of stress like COVID-19 and its aftermath, it can feel overwhelming. For many frontline professionals, the pandemic has taken a toll on their mental health. We want to make this loud and clear. NAMI is here to help where you need us, which is where you live, learn, work, and worship, and when you need us, which is now. NAMI continues to play an active role with the First Responders First initiative to support frontline healthcare and public safety professionals facing the adverse mental health effects of the COVID-19 pandemic. This community-centered initiative is called NAMI Frontline Wellness. At NAMI, we are expanding NAMI Homefront to include mental health resources to benefit military service members, veterans, their families, and loved ones. Topics will include communication strategies, mental health information, crisis intervention, finding providers and treatment services, and links to additional support services. The NAMI Homefront resources will be available globally online 24/7 to better serve all those who need it. As CEO of NAMI and as a military family member, I could not be more proud to offer and announce these expanded services. In January, America was charmed and inspired by Amanda Gorman, the inaugural poet. There was one section that especially spoke to me. Here it is. We've learned that quiet isn't always peace, and the norms and notions of what just is isn't always justice. Just isn't always justice. Boy, is she right. The cracks in the justice system are another subject NAMI is addressing with passion and commitment. When I say cracks, I mean falling through the cracks. Instead of falling through the cracks, we want to fix the cracks because we recognize that so much of our mental health system is broken. Diversion from justice system involvement is a major pillar of our strategic plan. After years of hard-fought advocacy from NAMI, in 2020, we thanked Congress, the former president, and the FCC for formally designating 988 as a nationwide 3-digit number for mental health crisis and suicide prevention services. And now, we're looking forward to having it operational nationwide by July of 2022. What does this mean? Once fully implemented, 988 will save lives and is a critical component to ensuring people in crisis, with an important emphasis on people of color, are diverted from involvement in the criminal justice system, get help, not handcuffs, and are connected to appropriate services and supports. It will take all of us together for mental health to advocate for the adoption and implementation of 988 in your state and local community. Racism is a public health crisis. Persistent disparities in health outcomes and access to mental health care in underserved communities show that reality. NAMI will lead the dialogue around these concerns by facilitating much-needed conversations through our Sharing Hope initiative, an in-depth set of empowerment tools for the NAMI Alliance created to help shape how we talk about mental wellness in Black and African American communities. We offer compelling stories and fresh perspectives on mental wellness targeted to specific audiences, including youth, families, and community leaders. Our goal is to connect members of underserved communities to the best care possible as early as possible, and to drastically curb the effect that institutional racism has on mental health access and awareness for communities of color. We have advocated for more money for mental health for a very long time. Many of our wishes made it into government budget proposals that were successfully passed. We are working across the country to make sure that these funds get where they're needed most. We are working at the federal level and working with our NAMI Alliance at the local level. The time is absolutely now. We have to think and do differently. Even through a turbulent time in our capital, Congress listened to us and acted. We are proud to see the following numbers: a $65 million increase for research at NIMH, $35 million new dollars set aside for crisis services in the mental health block grant, $4.25 billion in emergency funding to SAMHSA. And then there's the American Rescue Plan, passed in March, which includes the following: nearly $4 billion more in emergency funding for SAMHSA, an increase in funding for mobile crisis teams, over $26 million in emergency housing assistance, and there's even more numbers than that. Wow, I think I may be a little out of breath from delivering this welcome message that sums up the many accomplishments of this past challenging year. But on the other hand, I have already come to expect the extraordinary for every item on NAMI's wish list, which means every item on the nation's wish list and the wish list of your community. Before I go, let me remind you to join us on the many upcoming NAMI Walks events this fall and next spring. There are so many ways to help, and NAMI has proven from our first convening in 1979, which was like an ignition, that each one of us has a powerful and important contribution to make. We all can, must, and will welcome every challenge and seek every opportunity for change. I think we have all seen from the beginning of this speech that welcome begins with we. Take good care of yourself as you take care of others. Lean on your own strength for hope and let others lean on you, or vice versa. Remember, the reason that we tell people that they are not alone is because we're all in this together. And here's to us and to mental health raised to the power of NAMI and you. Thank you for all that you've done, all that you do, and all that you will do. Thank you, and we wish you the very best.